foolish mortals, to Howl Do We Werewolf? Or How Do We Human? I'm one of your co-hosts, the ghost host, Evan Cox.
I'm one of your co-ghosts, Chris Binning.
That was a little bit of the Haunted Mansion intro I went for. I don't know if it came across. It's our Halloween time. It is Halloween today, isn't it? This comes out on Halloween.
This comes out on Halloween.
We finally did it. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween. La la la. We're doing a draft. Ain't that right?
It sure is, Evan.
We got a couple of guests. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna make some spooky little haunted houses. We'll tell you all about that after we get these guests in here. I was going to ask them how they wanted to be introduced, but I forgot. So now they're getting introduced this way. To the Zoom box below me. Improviser, sketch writer, former member of a improv team with Chris and I. It's Cailey Follet. She's claps.
Oh, do I say hi now? Hi.
And to the kitty corner from Cailey, improviser, actor. You do sketch. You're all over town. You just came from an audition, and that's exciting. It's Zach Jobe.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a very exciting Zoom audition where I stood staring at a screen for like 40 minutes before they finally brought me on. It was a dream come true.
As an actor who just did an audition, was the fact that I had to read Welcome Foolish Mortals off my phone impressive?
It was extremely impressive. That would have taken me weeks to memorize.
It's tough stuff. Chris, I just made you explain this to our guests, but you want to explain it to the audience too? What are we doing today? You're on a roll. You're on a hot streak.
I should have written it down so that I could have just read it off my phone.
I should have just recorded it.
What we're doing today is creating haunted houses or haunted mazes, however you want to visualize it in your mind. We are each going to get assigned a random theme, a random prompt. We will each be pitching 4 rooms or segments of that house or maze, and then in the last round we will be pitching our titles. Each time that we pitch something, we are able to take an element of what we just pitched off the table for anybody else to use. If I use flashing lights in one of my rooms, I can opt to take that off the table for anybody else. In the title round, I can take a word out so that no one else can use the word corpses if that's what I choose. And the goal is for all of you listeners to pick one of these houses or mazes and tell us which one you would line up for first. The goal, we are trying to each have the longest line. That was pretty quick. Did I miss anything?
That was pretty good. Concise.
Okay.
I had the thought, because I've heard that spiel 3 times today.
That's right.
So I'm sorry, I was kind of zoning out. I had a thought. So we were each going to get a random word. That's going to be the theme. But wouldn't it be a little devilish twist? Wouldn't it be a little more fun if we picked those words now and assigned them to the turn number? Then we know what the themes are going to be, and there's a little more drama as to when the names get picked in what order. Did that
That's
make
a great
any
question. Would that be more fun? I don't know.
To me, that sounds like a blast. That's all the fun I could think of.
Sure, I can pull up those words right now. While I do that, while I pull up that random noun generator, has anybody been to a haunted house or a haunted maze? The floor is open.
I have a friend, and thank you. Sorry, I started talking before the floor was open, and I do apologize. I have done. I have done that holiday, the Universal Horror Nights, several times.
Yeah.
I remember last time I did it. My friend flies out into town because she really likes doing it. I only ever do it when she comes into town. And last time I did it, we had a really awesome, like, they closed one of the mazes, and I think we were just like happened to be the first people to walk into it when they reopened it. So we walked in and it was empty. And like that never happens at a Halloween Horror Nights. It's full of like thousands of people. So we walked in and we were actually just in each room alone. And it is actually significantly scarier when you're walking through a room and a guy with a knife slashes at your face and no one else is around. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then we left and we watched a horror movie about people going to haunted mazes. It was not good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I went to one. And I was like, I kept telling myself, this is all fake. And that helped. But also, before, it was like the Griffith Park one or the one that's like out. It's like kind of cheaper. I don't know if that's true, but it like felt like, oh, this feels like the community theater production of, yeah, that one. And I saw the scary people eating food beforehand, so I was like, I'm not so scared, because I'm like, you're not so scary. That really helped me get through. I don't know how you did the one where you were basically alone, because I think I would have cried.
No, it was like I'd done those for years, and that was the first and only time that's ever happened. And I was like, oh, I can see why people are frightened. Other times you watch someone 10 feet in front of you get slashed at, and you're like, well, I know he's there. Like this is more just like politely walking through a horror maze. But yeah, no, that was pretty freaky. I'm curious, has anyone here done the Burbank house, like the family house? Have you heard of that?
No.
So there is a house in Burbank. I believe all of the family members work in like production for films, but each year they build a structure around their home, and each year is completely different. They have like completely different themes and stuff like that, but it's free to do. It's just the line gets really long. It's like people wait for hours to go to this house. It's just in a neighborhood, but like they have like a haunted hospital and stuff, and people are like going down. There's like levels to it and stuff like that. And I've never done that, but one year in quarantine, they had one you could just stand outside of and watch. And still, it's like it must cost them like $30,000 every year when they do it. It looks really cool.
That sounds awesome. I've never heard of that.
I
love this sort of stuff, but I've never done any of the major LA ones. I've never done the Hayride or the Universal one. They seem scary.
You gotta get on that.
Do I?
One year they did Ghostbusters, and it was I was like, what are we doing here, guys? You're trying to get me to be afraid of Ghostbusters? Fuck, come on. Come on, guys. Like the toaster was bouncing around the counter, and I'm like, okay, all right. That's from Ghostbusters 2, too. Like, the worst one.
And here's actual Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah. You know aliens exist, man. You know they exist, right?
I don't know. I like them. Every time I've been to a haunted house, I enjoy them. But they do scare me. I get scared. Mm-hmm. And to be fair, one of the ones I've been to was Eli Roth's place he built in Las Vegas that got shut down because it's too scary. So, I've paid my dues.
I do have the random noun generator if we would like to find the 4 words.
Let's do it.
I can show my phone screen to the computer, or you can just trust me that these are the words that come up, because I don't know how pixelated it'll be. All right, whoever goes first, the word will be importance. Is that backwards for everybody? Importance.
No, that's
Importance.
correctly. Importance?
I mean, we can do a do-over if you want. I can generate another one.
Let's go through the other three and see see what's happening across the board.
Well, number 2, the word is setting.
Okay.
These are so broad.
Yo, Chris, can you go to generalnouns.com? Like, where are the specific nouns? Like, there's no
right.
I don't know.
Proper nouns. Proper noun generator.
You want me to do proper noun generator?
Let's find a proper noun generator.
Okay.
Setting and importance.
I mean, I love generalnouns.com. Nobody loves generalnouns.com more than me. I'm on there every day, but
nobody cares about importance as much as I do.
They should definitely sponsor you guys. Whatever generator you use, call them up and be like, our podcast used you, send us some money.
Might work.
I'm great at business.
That noun generator is raking in billions, and somebody's got to bring them down.
Yeah.
Those sons of bitches.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
All right. I've got to
take them down.
Yeah, Cailey and I will break some kneecaps. We don't care.
I think I know where to find a baseball bat.
You're like at Target. No, I need to break some kneecaps. Is this a good baseball bat for that?
They're like, no, man, that's a children's football bat.
Okay, good to know.
All right, I have a new generator. Let's see if this is better. In case you wanted to know, the next 2 words at that other one were product and basket.
Okay.
Basket's almost a thing.
Not bad.
Basket's not bad.
Product is god awful.
Setting's the best one. You can do whatever you want. All right. Here's what the first word will actually be, unless I have to find a third generator.
Oh, boy.
Will we accept the word event?
Event?
I honestly think yes. Event can work.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still not what I wanted.
Word number 2
Someone gets
is
event.
hospital.
Really?
Okay. That's
Yes.
a good one.
Wow.
Specific.
Yeah.
That's the word I used in every pitch to Evan today.
Yeah, so we've got all these ideas. But now this is what I'm talking about. How exciting is it going to be when I'm pulling names and I'm pulling the second name? Who's going to get it? This is good.
The third word is session.
Session.
An awful lot like event.
Yeah, I mean, we can do some of these over if we want. And the fourth word is assignment.
I kind of like that.
That one works.
Yeah.
That one works.
Do we want to do over any of those?
I vote no. I think something's doable with every single one of those. That's my hot take on this noun generator, and that's why you guys brought me on for my hot take.
Your hot take is this is working.
No one else believed it but you, Cailey.
That's why they called me and they're like, he believes in anything.
Yeah. We're all standing at the edge waiting to pull that ripcord, but Cailey's like, get back in here. We've got a session to get to.
Plane can land.
All right. I've got my Magic Mariner's hat. I'm going to pull the first name. Who gets event? That would be Chris.
Fuck.
It's out of focus.
All right.
Take my word for it. All right. Lucky Hospital. Lucky Hospital goes.
Lucky Hospital.
This feels wasted. It goes to Cailey, who we already know wants to just make a normal house.
I knew. I was like, it's gonna be me because I'm like, I can fucking do session, guys. I can do event. I'm like, yeah, give me the hospital. That was just me making this game in my favor.
And we help people. Here's the room for kidney dialysis.
Yes. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
build a hospital.
Number 3
with free healthcare.
Oh, socialism. Number 3 session goes to Zach.
Okay.
And
honestly, I was rooting for the
assignment
4th one,
is
but
me.
I'll take session.
Yeah, I'm like session's tough. There's session beer.
Yeah, all the employees are drunk. That's where the scary things. You never know what's gonna happen.
It's a start. It's a start. Okay, well, then this whole thing kicks off with an event called Chris.
An event called Chris. We'll see if that's the title I want to use later. But all right. So for this first room, for my event, I'm going to have like a blood red carpet that you're walking down as people dressed as paparazzi or photographers are on one side of you, flashing their cameras, so you get those spooky flashing lights, and then on the wall, on the other side of you, kind of made to look like a red carpet backdrop, but there are little windows that'll open and people will jump out at you that way. So I'm taking flashing lights off.
I was gonna say,
Wow.
Doesn't matter what he would have chosen. Chris really wants to be the only one with flashing lights.
It was the dumbest thing that Evan and I pitched to each other. So, out of that respect, flashing lights is off the table.
Listeners at home can't see, but Chris is ready to rave. He's got the glow sticks out. He just needs those flashing lights, baby.
That's right.
That's it.
Yes. I do every podcast in the dark with glow sticks, a little glow necklace. That's why Evan and I don't record in person anymore, is because he always wanted the lights on.
Yeah. All right, that means the rest of us are either like in the dark or just in dim light or bright light. No flashing lights for the rest of us. Pick number 2 goes to Cailey's hospital.
Okay.
Okay.
My hospital, the hardest one. Okay, so in this front room, it's like all the wallpaper is slowly peeling, and it's got that like tinge, that like kind of like, oh, it's been here for way too long tinge. And there are what are they called? Elephants? You guys know those things, right? There's like elephants and teddy bears on the wallpaper, but it's like in this like
Yeah, we know elephants.
Yeah.
Wait, but
have you guys heard about these things? They got these big trunks.
Look, here's the thing. I never want to be someone who assumes things of other people.
Okay, respect.
Yeah.
Like
She's checking her privilege, everyone.
It is at the door, okay? It is at the fucking door. Anyway.
Cailey leaves. The rest of us are like, do you have any idea what she was talking about?
Fuck, no, I Googled it. I was like, what is she talking about?
Okay, back to my scary room. Okay, so we have the ceiling wallpaper, and on the wallpaper are little like teddy bears and elephants and seals.
What are those?
And they're like seals. I'll do a demonstration for you later. And they're just like that faded blue that's a little too like it's no one's been in this room for a while. And all the chairs are kind of like they're kind of scattered, kind of like the last time someone was in here, people ran out in fear. And there's just like a small, like a dripping sound and that's the only thing you can hear of like water dripping, and the little window where the person who checks you in.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what they're called.
A receptionist, maybe?
Yeah. Yes.
An elephant?
Yeah. An elephant. The little window, that's where it'll like pop open really fast and someone will jump out at you.
Okay,
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Cailey, what are you taking off the table for everybody else?
I'm going to take off
Elephants.
It's not going to be elephant, you guys.
We wouldn't know what to do with them.
Zach's got a whole elephant session coming up.
Wait.
I'm going to take off the slow dripping sound.
Okay.
No slow dripping sounds. Great.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I think at the end of this, what we'll all be weighed against is all the things we took out. That's its own little haunted house. That's just flashing lights and slow dripping sounds.
Honestly, I would be scared in there.
Yeah,
I'm already gone.
Yeah. Where's that water coming from? Where's it going? Who knows?
Yeah, all the mazes exit into one room, and that's where everything's happening at once.
We're moving on. Pick number 3. Zach, what you got for sessions?
All right, for session, what I'm seeing is like a sterile, like 1970s room. It's like a 1970s office room, so it has those like tinted glass windows all around, and like kind of like a wood paneling sort of at the bottom, sort of like a slightly damp shag carpet that's green, and overhead there's some fluorescence, and you can hear like that of the fluorescence. It's like a very sterile room, and you enter, you're in a small group, maybe 1 or 2 people, and there's just a couple of like metal chairs with like very little padding. No padding. They don't get any padding.
Yeah.
Padding's for winners. Earn your padding. Yeah. There's just metal chairs, and then a speaker system comes on, and you hear a voice, and it says, "Your session will begin soon." And then it just clicks off. It's like an automated voice. Clearly maybe somebody's running it, maybe they aren't. And then as you sit there, you start to hear noises, like maybe we're allowed to do creaks, right? Nobody's taking creaks away.
No,
nobody's taking creaks away.
Creaks.
Just the
maybe
water.
See just the water. There's not a drip of water in the house. Everyone, you have to be dehydrated to get into mine. Dry as a bone. But like as you sit there, nothing happens for a while. Then you see somebody run across the glass paneling from behind, and they don't look like a person. They look like a creature. Maybe it scurries through. And then right after that happens, the door to the next room clicks open, and then you can continue on. So that is room 1 for session. And the thing that I will not allow other people to have is creatures scurrying behind glass too much?
Too much?
Is that too much?
Oh no!
Is that taking away too much from people?
I thought your thing
no.
Creatures scurrying behind glass too much. The rest of us can do it
just way too much.
Off limits. I think that's
just too many. You don't know what's going on. There's too many creatures going on.
No creatures scurrying behind glass.
Yeah.
Great.
I get those creatures.
Those are mine. I already I'm impressed with what you two were able to come up with event and session. I'm like, oh yeah, obviously that's great. Good work.
But what have you come up with for assignment?
Hey, I mean, I'm taking us to school. That's where assignment took me.
I'm already scared.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody's scared of school. Oh, remember? Those heavy backpacks full of textbooks.
Is this you standing outside the haunted house?
Yeah.
Before everybody goes in?
It's the entrance as everyone comes
Please be
in.
scared of my school.
Just something to get you in the right
Picture this.
headspace.
Evan has a big lollipop and he's licking it and waiting for school to start.
Remember this? It was scary. No. How do you get to school? You get to school through the school bus, and it would be a little bit too much to, drive all the people in a school bus. This is a school bus that literally leads into the rest of the haunted house. So I don't know if I'm cheating, but it's half my podcast, so I'm going to cheat. We're starting a school bus. So it's like a creepy, abandoned-looking school bus. Maybe no, the school bus. That's what it is. Okay, I'm figuring this out as I go. It's crashed into the school. And that's how it leads straight into the school you get off. So it's like, nice. What happened here? And it looks completely empty. The seats are all kind of torn up and gray, and there's cobwebs everywhere. And you get into it, and you start walking, and everything seems normal. There's no scurrying creatures behind glass. There's no dripping water. There's not even any flashing lights. Things seem normal. And then suddenly, turned out those seats, check this out. Each one of the seat backs, one of my creepy little actors are in the seat backs, and they all jut their hands out at the same time. So now you're caught in the middle of a bunch of arms, creepy zombie arms coming out of all the seats, and you got to keep going through all the arms. That's good shit. I pat myself on the back.
That's a
good
lot
job,
of
Evan.
arms.
Yeah, I know. I'm very wealthy. I can pay all these actors, decently. From that, I'm taking. I mean, obviously they're attached, but I'm taking away disembodied arms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to take away cobwebs, but I'm taking away disembodied arms. You can't have them.
Dang it. What am I going to do now? My next room was just a vat of arms.
Honestly, that would work. All right. So now it comes back through me. It's coming through me.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I get a double up. Now this one, I don't know where it's going, so bear with me. But we're going. I know. First stop. Hey, we're already a bunch of troublemakers. We broke into this abandoned school through a bus. We're going to detention. Your first, which is the second room. The first room, once you're inside, is detention, and there's just like dead people, like as if they were in detention and just died there. And there's
dead
no
tension.
There's no love it.
Oh boy!
Write that down.
So I think we know the name of yours now.
I mean, this is pretty good. We're in dead tension. All the students are dead at their seats, and you're like, you're walking in thinking like, okay, the arms all jumped out at me. Now these people are gonna jump out at me. But then behind you comes like dead zombie teacher that's like, no talking in detention. Chases after you and chases you out of the room. And that's about that. But what I would take away Yeah, I didn't really give enough details to take something away. Can I say there's cobwebs in there and you can't have cobwebs?
I thought you were going to be like, I take away dead people.
I take away dead people. If I were mean, I would do that. And I have that power. I've been mean before. I'm post adding cobwebs and taking them away. I don't know. Sounds fun. All right. So those are. I'm halfway done. I don't know what's taking you guys so long. Zach, you're back up.
All right. My room's full of dead people and you can't have them. No, I'm kidding.
End of horror story.
Yeah, you can't even get through the room. There's so many dead people in there. No, the door opens up for my room.
All those
number
creatures
one.
that got caught behind the glass.
Yeah, it's a bunch of dead creatures. They were trying to get out. They were not bad creatures. They were just. It was those creatures and more raccoons. So. But yeah, okay. So the door, it cracks open or creaks open from the first room. You enter, and the second room is like an older, like a maybe like a I don't know 70s or 80s office space. It's just like looks like an untouched old office space. There's a bunch of cubicles around, but it is just empty. And so like on the walls you see like big like scratch marks, bloody scratch marks, and you see like a crushed skull, still wet with juice and biles. It's recently crushed skull. And then as you walk through, you'll see. Oh yes, and the room's still lit by like fluorescents, but like half of them have been broken, and there's like off in the distance there's broken glass on the ground, and you see like something has torn through things. Possibly, we don't know. Maybe something. Maybe it hasn't. And then as you walk straight through to get to your next session, you hear a speaker overhead, and it says like your session is almost here. And then you hear you see the cubicles off to the side start shaking, like something's trying to break from them. So they like pop up and down, and a couple of them fall over, and then they start falling over closer toward you. So once you get closer to the next room, they start coming down like something's running through those cubicles trying to chase you. And you got to get out of that room, baby. You don't want to be a crushed skull. You don't want to be a crushed skull. So I'm going to say no claw marks.
Okay, cool. That's a good one. That's a good one. No claw marks. All right.
Ew. That's all I have to say. Ew. I feel like I'm really feeling my lack of experience in haunted houses because I'm just like, they're scary. End of story. Okay. So the next, I'm like, how do I get the people to the next room? I'm like, I guess it's my imagination. Imagination. So I just walk to it, right? Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start. Okay.
Great.
Fine. Okay, so one of the scary receptionists who popped out had been like leads you into the next room and goes like, the doctor will see you now. But also it's a scary lead, but also like you have to follow. And so you're in the next room. That like was almost a Gilmore Girls reference.
Didn't catch it, but
anyways, I think I'm stalling. Okay.
Okay, picture this. Everyone's wearing a Luke's hat, right?
Yeah. There's like some coffee, and like we kind of have a flirtatious relationship with the guy, but like who knows? And actually, instead of scary, it's like really cute. Okay. I'm gonna stop stalling and tell you guys about the scary room that does exist.
Okay.
Gilmore Girls.
You're being led into this room by this receptionist who's like, the doctor will see you now. And as you go in, there's like one of those like travel sized TVs from the early 2000s. I don't know if you guys had any of these, but it was like a TV that you could like bring in your car and like you could stick a VHS. So it didn't always work perfectly, and it would do the thing where the image would like scroll up the screen and then pop back down and scroll up the screen and pop back down.
Yeah.
And that is playing on repeat. Oh no. Alvin and the Chipmunks. I don't know why that popped in my head, but that's what we're playing.
Are they chipwrecked? Is that what's happening here?
No, they might be chipwrecked.
What's crazy is that it's sped up, so it's even faster than normal. So it's actually kind of scary. Because like imagine the Alvin and the Chipmunks even faster than how they talk, so they're even higher pitched. And at the same time, music is being pumped in that's like this like children's music, and as you turn around, you start to notice that there's like a lot of it's like a corridor like that has a lot of beds in it. I guess corridor is the wrong word. It's like a dorm. It's like not one patient would be in here; multiple patients would be in here. Why did I get hospital? I don't know anything about them.
Oh, you're healthy. We get it. Brag.
Yeah. You guys,
somebody picked that privilege back up.
Yeah, bring it back on in. Or I just don't go to the doctor enough. But as we turn around, we see that there's like multiple beds, and that they look like they're like the stuffing has been pulled out of them. Like there's just rips through all of these mattresses, and then the door like slowly closes behind, and you hear a lock. It doesn't lock because that should be, I think that's illegal, but you hear a lock. And then the doctor pops into your vision suddenly, and he's really gross.
Hell yeah.
He's just real gross. And I'm gonna take off the table children's music.
Ooh, okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, Chris.
All right,
have you felt like you had to
watched,
wait so long?
Maybe, but we've walked down the red carpet, everybody.
Yes.
It's time to go into the second room. The second room, there's a big long banquet table. There are different dishes that are set up, a bunch of chairs. There's even some heads on the table, like on each of the on some of the plates. And in this room, there are also like waiters, waitresses, chefs, kind of milling about, kind of lunging out at you. They've got the chefs have knives. And for that reason, Sharks, I am going to take knives off the table. Your knives can no longer be out. Room number 3. It's a bunch of like life-size statues, like trophies or awards. They're just kind of interspersed through the room. And as you kind of weave through them, some of them are actually statues. Some of them are actually people who lunge out at you. The thing that I'll take off of the table for that, there's not much in this room, so
it's when you double up, because I did the same thing. It's like, I need a second one.
Yeah.
Shit, I tried to go fast.
Yeah. The thing that I'll take off is I don't know if this works, but people that you think are statues or part of like the background actually being like actors instead of inanimate objects.
No
That's
people
good.
that you think are statues.
No people you think are statues.
Not
Nobody else gets statue people.
That sucks. My room
That's
3
fun.
was just those like boardwalk guys in all gold being like brr, 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 and dancing. You know what I mean? That was all room 3 was for me. So I got to pivot.
It's a while before it comes back to me, so I just have to, because I'm not going to edit it out. But I'll pivot at this point. Just realized in what poor taste my school full of dead kids is. I'm not an asshole. I'm just stupid.
Yeah. Well, let's just move it to like an adult learning annex, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Community
Lord.
college.
Go
the community college.
It's a community college. Perfect. With
And before
detention, I
Cailey
don't
does
know.
her next one, can I just guess, is your room 3 just you with a baseball bat wanting to wail on everybody?
Yeah, and I'm like, get out of here. This is my house now.
I live in this hospital. It's
That
my
was
home.
You guys, that was my mob character.
That was good.
I don't perform anymore. I'm like, no. I only write. I don't like doing it. Okay, so room 3, we're taking it to the morgue. So I kind of ruined it, I guess. I could have done better. People who go into my haunted house are going to be really confused about the transitions. They're going to be like, we were in this room and there was a gross guy, and then all of a sudden we're just in another room. Okay. But the doctor gets out of your face because he's really gross. And then the only way through is into the next room. There we go. We're there.
Perfect.
And it's completely dark except for one of those little like banker lamps. You know, they're like ones with little green and they're like kind of cute.
Sure, yeah.
Banker, not baker. Banker. I realized I could have not pronounced. Anyway. Point being, that's the only lighting source in this whole morgue, and there's like a ton of little scrawl like papers and everything, and then everything else.
How many lamps are there?
Just one, Chris.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was going to be a banker's dozen.
Get out of your own podcast. Oh God. Well, now I think I should win because I lost my place.
You should win.
Yeah, I win. Okay, so there's one, not a banker's dozen. There's one lamp, and from that lamp you can see that the room is like pretty pristine because it has to be clean. But along the like morgue door cabinet things,
Morgue door.
I guess kind of cabinet. There are they're like massive claw marks. There's just like claw marks everywhere. Just like it's like a massive animal. I'm talking like bigger than an elephant, you guys, has destroyed this morgue. And then as you go through, there's only one open door to go through, and the morgue doors.
Morgue doors.
One doesn't simply walk into morgue door.
They bust open, and like those little gurney things like shoot out towards people.
Okay.
Are you guys laughing at my haunted house?
No, I'm laughing at how heaven is morgue doors.
I'm happy with
He
myself.
is really enjoying it. It made me honestly want to say morgue doors more.
Morgue doors?
More
Morgue
morgue
door.
doors.
More morgue door.
Yeah, but anyways, the morgue doors fly open and the little gurneys pop out, and then as they come out, little like werewolf looking children come from behind and kind of scurry to follow you as you run into the next room.
Not behind glass.
And I'm going to take... Huh?
Not behind glass.
Yeah. Not behind glass. Very much, there's no glass in this room. I just want to be clear.
Hey.
No glass.
That banker's lamp, it's not
glass.
Flashing.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
It is strong.
It is 100% not flashing. I'm going to take away... Oh, I feel like there's nothing like good enough to take away.
Morgue doors?
I don't want to take away morgue doors because I want Evan to have the chance to say it. In fact, I kind of challenge him to use morgue doors somehow. I guess I'm going to take away having one lone lamp in a room.
Great.
Okay.
No single lamps. Oh, the single lamps.
You can have a dozen.
Oh, single lamp.
All right. I guess that's what I'm saying right now.
Oh my God, Zach. Larry the Cable Guy. No, wait. That was Matthew McConaughey.
Honestly,
can you imagine?
They should team up.
Being like hanging out with someone and seeing someone in public and going, Larry the Cable Guy. No, wait, that's Matthew McConaughey.
My dream is to do that on set someday.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Room 3.
So, room 3. You got chased into the room by whatever was knocking over those cubicles. You go into a room that's labeled counselor's office, and you open the door, and you run in and you slam it behind you, and it's like all of a sudden you see like there's just something has just torn through this room, like something has ripped it apart. But you see that also as you close the door locks and you're trapped now. You're trapped inside. And just to your right, down near the ground, there's a vent that looks big enough for a person to crawl into. And you hear somebody inside the vent go, "You shouldn't have come in here. You shouldn't have come in here. You're trapped." And then, but that person scurries away. You can hear him move away because they've been hiding in the vents. They're vent people.
Yeah.
Behind glass.
There was no one behind the glass yet, but you do see, after that, you see the monster bang up against the glass. And it looks like a person. You can see it now because this glass is much clearer. It's like a person whose like flesh is rotting. It's like turning into an animal. So it's like has like chunks of its flesh rotting off, and it has these long, sharp claws that you realize are actually its bones that are just poking through the skin, and they're now in there. And then you see it crawl up the glass and into the drop ceiling above you, and then you can hear it kind of moving around in the drop ceiling. And that's room 3. You're trapped. You're dead. I kill everyone who comes to my haunted house. I kill them for real.
Oh my God!
This is where we kill them. Oh man. Intense.
And what are you taking away?
Yeah, what are we talking? No vent people?
Yeah, those are my people. I love the vent people. I'm a man of the vent people.
I like vent people. I wanted to use vent people. So many vents in a school. In an adult night school.
Yeah. I will say, I don't even want a person griping in any of yours. No one gets to vent their problems to anyone. I call dibs on all venting of any kind.
Oh,
Nice.
dang. That's like a big ask. Because my haunted house is literally just about people being like, I have a problem with my...
Yeah.
Anyway,
all
Evan,
patients
what were you saying?
are considered vent. I just wanted to talk about my insurance. I know.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Not here. You gotta go to that other haunted house to take care of your bill issues.
All right, we're back to me to take my final two. One, I have a vague idea of what I'm going to do, and the other one, I don't.
Great.
I've had a lot of time, but
Sounds
time
like
has
you
never
spent
been
it wisely.
Time has never been my friend.
Sounds like you've been being an active listener, Evan.
I was an active listener,
Pretty good.
except
What?
when I heard the words morgue door, and then I was gone. In my own little morgue door. So, we're going... where were we? We were in detention. This is an adult school, but it still has all the places of a children's school. It's a coincidence. I don't know. Talk to the superintendent. Or the
It's a
dean.
funding issue is what it is.
I didn't go to college. I don't know what I'm talking about. But we're going to the cafeteria, okay? And it's a creepy cafeteria. All right? Creepy vibes. Left and right. When we take something away, does that mean we can't use it, or can we still use the thing we took away?
I think you can still use the thing you took away.
It's covered in cobwebs. just cobwebs everywhere. That's the whole the vibe. It's like it's an abandoned school, Where'd everybody go? Nobody's been in here for ages. Nobody's been in here for semesters.
Oh no, the kid with the lollipop is back.
He's back. So the tables are all empty, right? As you start walking, and you think you're gonna walk like through, because there's there's a little exit over there. But similar to those arms poking out at you, as soon as you get like kind of a little bit in the middle of the room, all the cafeteria tables start shaking around. And then the lunch lady calls for you. Creepy, ghoulish lunch lady. It was like,
Would you say she's gross?
Maybe. She's gross.
Maybe she and my doctor can get together sometime.
Let's get together.
Saying,
What do you
like they have a lot in
say?
common.
You and I can both be gross. Original Parent Trap, anybody? No? Just me?
Nope. Were the parents gross as the original parents?
No.
People.
That's an old movie. They might have been gross. I don't know why I just made it sound like everyone from the 60s is gross. It's old, so they were probably gross.
They were probably gross.
They didn't have showers in those days.
Anyways, this disgusting lunch lady. No, she's gross. But she's like, grab a tray. She's being real, like, getting on your ass about it. Grab your tray and get in line. So this feels like interactive. Like, all right, I guess I gotta grab my tray and get in line. She slops some food on there, but it's just a bunch of spiders. They scurry outside of glass. We've got a lot of scurrying going on. How I'm going to accomplish a bunch of tiny little spiders? Probably with real spiders. I don't know. But I think that'd be... I think in the dark, because I can't have flashing lights, it's dim in there. I think I could get away with some not too realistic looking fake spiders, and they'll scurry away and you'll just go, ah, and go to the door. And from that, I will say you can't have... I want to say... I said creepy vibes earlier. I want to say you can't have creepy vibes. That's too much. Spiders. You can't have spiders. I have cobwebs and spiders. I'm spiders.
Yeah, you locked them down.
cornered a market.
I hate spiders. Still none. Cailey told us to watch out for one loose in her apartment. I'm still not seeing one, so you're safe.
Yeah, I hit it with I really douse it in mint oil.
Oh.
Because that apparently they don't like it.
They don't like it. That's the trouble. They say you can put mint at your door, and it's that'll keep them all out, but it also keeps them in.
Yeah.
That's what keeps you awake at night.
Yeah.
Anyways, my fourth room.
Evan, take us to your fourth room.
I still don't know what it is, but a room I considered that doesn't really make sense for why it's the last room, or why this exists at an adult's night school. But it's the gym closet. Where you store all the gym equipment. You just got to go through the closet for some reason. Not the gym. The gym, totally normal. But stuff fell down, so you can't go into the basketball hoop fell over. You can't go in there. It's not safe. And so the basketball hoop being down leads you into the closet. It's the only way out. And there's a guy there that's this is the only way out. So you go in there. It's, it's not cramped enough to cause problems, but it's cramped enough to be I don't like this. And I know from previous experiences in previous rooms, things haven't gone well at this school. I want to get expelled. And so nothing. I'm out. It's covered in cobwebs.
Yeah. Is this where all the spiders scurried?
Possibly. No, that feels redundant. I can't have that. I can't have this be
tarantulas.
The end. Oh, I hate those things.
Yeah, they're spiders that have been working out with the gym equipment. Now they're bigger.
I wanted to do something with all the balls. So what's scary with balls? The balls are scary. The balls got them. I can't launch the balls into people's faces. I will be sued. But I can. Ooh, here it is. All right. All the balls, there's racks on the walls, and then there's all the basketballs and all the soccer balls and what have you. When you start walking in, it's just quiet. No dripping water at all. And then all of a sudden, all of the balls spin around, and they have human faces on the other side. Creepy human faces, and they start making a shit ton of noise, and that's it. And then you leave, and you grew a little. You got closer with your friends, and hopefully you learned something. And I'm gonna take away balls.
Oh, that sucks. Right. My next room, everyone had testicles, but now they don't.
I know. Yeah, not anymore.
Good.
Nobody. All mine. All mine. That is my spooky little school, haunted house, adult night school. We go back to our session with Zach.
All right. So this is room 4. What you see, so right now they're in the counselor's office, but the counselor's office has a bookshelf, but you might not know this, now you do. The bookshelf's slightly ajar because actually it leads to another room. So you think that was the end of the rooms. This is another room. So you push the bookshelf to the side and you go into a room, and the room is almost like a sterile testing lab. All the walls are the floors are metal, and the walls are metal and stuff like that. Easy cleaning. You could spray it down with a hose, but there's blood splatter everywhere, and there's a table where a person is strapped to it, but the person is dead, but it has it looks like its face has been chewed off, and it has like bite marks out of its body and stuff like that, like something's just been gnawing on this thing for a while. And then you go into this room, and there's like all these different like chemicals and stuff like that, like somebody's been doing experiments on themselves and other people. And then all of a sudden the guy on the table turns towards you and your group and makes like a groan, like a shriek. You realize it's still alive. It's still alive, and maybe it's turning into one of those monsters right now. And it's like, but you're trapped in that room, baby. And then you hear, but there's a voice through the vent. It is the voice you heard before. He said, "Come, you have to come into this vent. It's the only way out." Or he says something, a little more, I don't know, better written than that. But and pops the vent open to help you escape. Oh, also he says that thing was the doctor. The thing that's been chasing you is the doctor. You have to get out before the doctor comes to his office. Or something better written than that. I don't know. But that's how you get out. That doctor turned himself into a monster, and you get out through the vent. You got to crawl out through a disgusting little vent that has no cobwebs, but is a disgusting little vent.
Great. Love that. Yeah. What are you taking away?
Ooh, I'm gonna say I don't think this is conflicting with anyone's thing already, but I'm gonna say no one is strapped to a table.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So before you were chased through the morgue by some like little werewolf children. And you go into this only open. Evan, are you thinking about morgue doors and laughing?
Oh, I just like little werewolf children. They sound cute.
Trust me, they are not. I mean, they're probably cuter than like werewolf. Anyways, they have some appeal. But okay, so you're being chased by them into the only open door, and you like get in, and that's when you realize that you're like actually in like a little closet where not as small as a gym closet, but it's kind of like the place where they put all the bodies that are about to be shipped out. And so it's like all these caskets that are just there, and you're like next to them, and you're like kind of like touching them a little bit, and there's all these little like doors that could pop open at any moment, and you don't know which one is going to. And then you're kind of trapped by these werewolf children, and that's when one of the ones that's standing up opens, and that's when you see the adult werewolf. What?
Whoa.
There's an adult? It's crazy. That's their mom. And the kid's job was they like took over the hospital and like were eating everybody, right? And then as the door to the mom's casket opens. Also, I don't know why the werewolves are in the casket when it's usually vampires, but they were trying a new thing, okay?
Just trying something out.
So
They have
fine.
fangs.
Yeah. But anyways, that opens, and that's how you realize that that's the only way out is past the mom werewolf and through the coffin, because that's actually a door. I kind of painted myself into a corner here. I don't know if you can tell. And so then you get scared, and then you go out the door. And this is gonna be hell to build. I'm gonna take off coffin doors.
Coffin
like,
doors?
Doors that lead outside. You can't use You can't use a door that looks like a coffin, Chris.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No coffin doors.
All right. The final room of mine. I'll try to go quick so that we can try and get Zach out on time. And not because I'm short on ideas.
Okay.
But we've walked down the red carpet.
Yeah.
We've gone to the banquet. We went through the trophy room. And now this final room. Hey, it's time for the after party, baby. One big dance hall with a bunch of zombies dressed like celebrities, because this was a big awards show. All the celebrities got infected. You've got musicians, zombies playing music, and not children's music, but real adult stuff. And then you've got all the other celebrity impersonators are out dancing on the dance floor, and they're trying to reach out and grab you to get you to come dance with them. And then you exit the maze. Which means it's time for my title.
Oh, shit. I forgot.
Oh.
I need a title.
So,
man.
everybody, not that it matters because nobody has to pitch a room after me, but for that one big center space where all of our stuff is together, I will take celebrity doppelgangers off the table and into that other room. And then my title will be the Oscars, like Oscars.
Oh.
And no one can use the word scare in their title.
Damn.
Cailey, back to you.
I forgot about this part.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything funny or scary. I can only think of it's a hospital, guys.
That's a good name.
I think the name of my haunted house is gonna be regular everyday hospital.
Great.
And I'm gonna take the word. I think that it'll be scarier if people are expecting a regular hospital.
Do you mean, are you about to say none of the rest of us can use the word regular in our haunted house name?
No one else can use regular.
Yeah. I think Cailey's kind of cheating because she's gonna have a really long line with people who have genuine medical emergencies. You know what I mean?
That's the goal. That's the goal. It looks not scary at all from the outside.
All right, Zach.
I think I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna. Oh wait, is there a thing that we're not allowed to use, Cailey? Right? Did you say?
Yeah, regular.
Okay, regular. Okay, got it. All right, just let me clear. Then I would say mine. I would just call it the last session. Yeah, and you can't use last.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to. This is good. My haunted house, adult night ghoul.
Great.
And nobody can use ghoul.
Yeah.
And I only say that so that I can say that the other haunted house made up of all the stuff that we couldn't use is called Scary Regular Last Ghoul.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. We did great. Chris, were you thinking you wanted to vote on these, or should we just put it to the people?
Up to you. I mean, I know that last time we did something like this, we had each voted on it, but I don't know that
Do you guys all have access to
matters.
the... Yeah, I don't think it does matter. It just matters that we all had fun.
yeah,
got a
just
little
the friends we made along the way.
Oh, the
Yeah.
friends, the vent people. I guess then, yeah. Well, let's just read off the list of all the things that we couldn't use past the point, which I guess makes up its own little haunted house. That's just full of flashing lights, slow dripping sounds, creatures scurrying behind glass, disembodied arms, cobwebs, claw marks, children's music, knives, people you think are statues, single lamps, vent people, spiders, balls, people strapped to table, coffin doors, and celeb doppelgangers. And that sounds scary.
I vote on that one.
Yeah, that's my vote too. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we all win.
Yeah. So we'll figure out
the real
cool
winner is
way
friendship.
Yay!
Yay!
We'll post these on the socials in some fun, creative way. You guys can vote on them. Let us know what you thought was so spooky. Zach, before you got to take off, did you want to hit us with any plugs? What you got going on?
Sure. Yeah. If you can follow me on social media at ZHJOBE. I'm pretty much on all of them with that. And then in December and February and March, I have shows at UCB Franklin called MASH, where we're going to be playing improv MASH with people. So should be fun.
Oh, that's fun. That's awesome. Yeah. I meant to, before saying that, I meant to say, hey, thanks for joining us, but I didn't. So now I'm saying it now. Hey, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It was a blast. Cailey, what you got going on?
You can find me on social media at Cailey Follet, CaileyFollet. Hopefully I spelled my name right.
Hopefully.
Sometimes I don't. And then you can find my I'm on 2 sketch teams, one at the Ruby LA, which is a small intersectional feminist theater in LA that kind of came out of the Nerdist theater. And we do video sketches, and our team is Sleepless, which you can find on social media at Sleepless Comedy. And then also every 4th Wednesday of the month, my PAC team has a sketch show, and we are Behemoth. You can find us at Behemoth Comedy, I believe. I should probably figure that out. Yeah, lots of comedy on stages and online.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if you wanted to plug any new music, Evan, but I guess not. So we will plug the podcast. You can listen to this podcast on Spotify, on Amazon Music, on Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, howdowehuman.com, anywhere that you get your podcasts. You can leave a review, leave a rating, follow, subscribe, whatever that platform prompts you to do. And please reach out to us. Let us know which haunted house or haunted maze you would be most excited to experience. I'm sure that we'll have some graphics for that posted on our social media. You can follow us on Instagram at howdowehuman.
We got that handle.
You can follow us on Twitter at howdowehumanpod.
Oh, we tweet those tweets.
Check us out on Facebook at howdowehuman.
I don't think you're ready for that handle.
Or send us an email to howdowehumanpod@gmail.com.
The best part of that handle is that it's an email.
Close. Almost stuck the landing.
I broke down. It's an address. It's an email.
You hate
address.
to see it.
I don't know. But I was so glorious flying in the air there.
Yeah. Didn't quite stick the landing, but that's all right. As for the landing of this episode, I guess we'll say another thank you to Zach and Cailey for joining us. And to everyone else, okay, bye.
Goodbye.